Good morning. Hello. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Go ahead and relax. Relax, relax. It is Monday, February 12th, 2018. Nice to see y'all.
Hi.
So shall we catch up?
You guys, I'm not going to lie. I miss the Bahamas.
Kelly said to me on the way out she was looking for ways to fall down so she couldn't get on the plane and fly back.
Like have an accidental, like an accidental ear infection. Where
right. You can't fly. Of course.
So I was literally dunking my head underwater for, hours trying to get water stuck in there.
It looked like you had a great time. You had your father and your girlfriend.
Yes, my dad was on a girls' trip. It was really...
Did you enjoy it?
He, like you, and my friend Christian Habel, who's Rachel's husband. You're the only three men I know that are perfectly comfortable on a girls' trip. You know what I mean? Like we were outside doing girls' yoga. And they were just drinking their coffee going, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him. And my dad's like, look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him go, look at him go.
Look at him go. I learned so much. I grew up with a sister.
Yeah.
When we go back to Los Angeles, Shayna invites her girlfriends for dinner, and I just absorb. I just listen and absorb, and always there's a takeaway. We were actually in we were in L.A.
Because you had Idol stuff.
So we did the Bahamas, and then we flew to L.A. to tape American Idol, which from the thousands of contestants and everything, we're down to the top 24, which will start airing soon, which is cool. So I did mention your name.
That's what I was going to say. Is my name still in the running towards becoming America's next top singer?
No. There may be a willingness to make it not only a top 12 and top 12, but you could break and be the top 13. Maybe
I could be the top 13.
Maybe there's a spot. It is my mission to get you out there and at least sing in front of the judges at some point.
I don't know if you can tell by my speaking voice, but I've got the voice of an angel.
This is what the nation needs. The nation needs.
Yes, the nation needs to heal, and this is the healing voice.
This is going to bring us together. I can't figure out, so we booked different, we were coming back on Sundays and we booked different flight times. I can't figure out what the right time to come back is on a Sunday.
Well, I was very impressed with your lunch picture that you sent me as I was about to, I was cooking dinner, and you sent me a lunch photo, and I was like, that must be a later picture. Like he took that picture earlier, and he's just sending it to me. And I was like, when was that from? You're like, just now. I was like, oh, he's going to take a red eye. He's red-eyeing it.
Well, I didn't take the red eye, but we came in. There's nothing worse, right, than getting back late, and then you realize that the alarm's going off in a matter of hours.
Yeah.
But we had to eat outside. I felt obligated to eat outside because it was so beautiful outside. And I'm downplaying Valentine's Day.
Oh, you're downplaying.
So the whole thing is, we did a picnic yesterday.
Yeah.
So, and she keeps going, subtly, like, well, Valentine's Day is coming up this week. It's on a Wednesday. We've got a lot of...
It is on a Wednesday.
I know, which is a buzzkill.
And you're in a relationship.
And Gelman said we've got 4 or 5 shows to do that day, right? At least we'll be here till late.
Yeah.
So it's going to be impossible. So you have to overact the subtlety.
Yeah.
And downplay the fact that you haven't made plans, which I have made.
What? You haven't? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I can't tell you now.
Is she watching?
Oh, normally not, but she will be, I'm sure, for this one conversation. Like, it's amazing how... No, I didn't see the show this morning until...
Do you exchange gifts on Valentine's Day?
So, well, this is, like, so...
Let me go... and
cover your coffee.
My coffee, too. I don't
want the coffee to know. I'm going to, yeah. I brought something back from LA, but I had to hide it in the luggage.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Is it something... I mean, I don't even... Like, this lady and I are like, could it be? I don't know. Like...
Oh, no. We went to the farmer's market and brought back some amazing stuff. They have the greatest produce seasonally all year in Los Angeles.
I'm just so excited.
But I guess Valentine's Day on a Wednesday, if you do make plans, I mean, Gelman calls it
It is hump
hour.
day.
It's hump.
Sorry. You're an angel. You're an angel from heaven. I won't have you listen to my filthy mouth.
You call it amateur hour, right? On Valentine's night because it's...
everything's crowded and there's price-fixed menus. It's not a great night to go out.
I just go to watch women. Women storm away from the table because there's always a storm.
A fight?
There's a mass storming on Valentine's Day. The pressure is so great. The pressure is so enormous, you know. And anything short of dazzling baubles and lifetime commitments, and you know, results in a lot of tearful storming away from the tables.
Yeah.
So my girlfriends and I usually go together.
And just watch the sport?
And we're like, come on, let's watch it. It's going to be a bloodbath this year. I can feel it.
Well, I was reading, speaking of Valentine's Day and this season, did you know, I didn't know this, this was news to me. Valentine's Day falls during the 4-month period from November through February dubbed proposal season. Did you know that there was a season for proposals?
That sounds like an article presented by a jeweler.
Oh, is the name Kay a jeweler? It was an op-ed by Kay.
Yeah, so tell me.
There's a, so I didn't realize, I guess this season for engagement, and then there's the wedding season.
Tell me again, when is the, I want to know when the engagement
November through February. So it's almost over. And it says that
you dodged another one.
I'm just trying to get through a hump day. So the average time spent looking for a ring for a guy takes 3.5 months to look for a ring.
Huh.
And average time spent planning a proposal, 4.5 months.
Wow.
So, right? Does that seem like a lot, or? Yeah.
I can speak from my experience. Mark's proposal probably took about 4.5 seconds to plan because it was so spontaneous that I still say to him, you didn't really mean it. Like, now that we've been married for over 2 decades, I say to him, let's go back to that night. You didn't really mean it, did you? You were like seeing who would blink first. It was like a showdown at sunset.
He had a lot of different plans. He just decided not to execute any of the ones he was thinking about for 4.5 months.
No, I can tell you with absolute certainty that was a spur of the moment, potentially
He just knew.
A bottle of wine in proposal. And I was like, yeah, I'll call your bluff. Yeah, let's do it.
And how many years later? 22 years later, and it worked.
Oh, I could go at any time.
I just want to show you this picture. So, you know, I started playing boxing as my pursuit. So I'm playing boxing.
Yeah,
and
you're playing a boxer.
I'm playing a boxer.
In the movie of the week.
In the movie of the week of my life. And I'm trying to learn a skill and trying to stay in shape. So I started boxing, not just for cardio, but really to learn it. And 3 weeks in, I've hurt my shoulder. And thank you.
I just put my healing hand.
Thank you. And I took an MRI, and it showed a herniated disc between the C5, C6.
So it's your neck.
So it's here, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're in Los Angeles, and I said to Shane, I said, well, I think I'm going to go see the doctor. He can give it a shot and make it feel better, but then we'll go to lunch. She said, okay, cool. So we go in, and we walk into a building, and I haven't done a lot of procedures, except for these. No, we walk into a building, and there's a bank on the ground floor of the building. So I don't think it's going to be that serious of an ordeal. And the doctor says, well, here's the MRI, here's what's happening. Let's go upstairs and get you a shot. So I sit in this room, and the nurse comes in, and she says, please remove your clothes. I said, well, just a shot here. She said, we need to put a gown on you and a hairnet. And so...
Oh, my gosh.
Here I am.
Are you in labor right now?
Honestly, didn't know what was going to happen. I was comfortable because I had a hairnet for this procedure.
Yeah.
So they wheeled me, and I had not ever gone under before. So they wheeled me into a room.
Please tell me there's a you coming out of being under video. Please, please.
No, there's no video, but apparently it was hysterical.
Oh, I mean, it is...
Do you have video of you?
I have video of Mark. It's the only reason
yes.
to be married, as far as I'm concerned. Like, I can't wait for further procedures. I'm like constantly like, I can't
Injure
wait
yourself.
for,
Play boxing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because you come out of it.
Well, I went into it talking, speaking, thinking, okay, this isn't going to knock me out. And then it was the same gas that Michael Jackson had.
The propofol.
Yeah, which
everyone was so excited about. So I was like, okay. And then they're talking to you, and you know when they're asking really just strange questions. Were you an athlete growing up? And where do your parents live? Like something's about to happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden something did.
Yeah.
And then I woke up, I guess 25 minutes later, sitting in another room. Shayna's next to me. They took my keys, and she said, "How do you feel?" And I said, "I just want an espresso." And she said, "You kept talking with your hands like this." And I said, "Well, I was trying to paint a picture. Or remove my hairnet. I don't know."
Rachel Harris has a great video of, and they had like a private account so the friends could all view it, and it's called Christian Wakes Up, and he had a surgery, a hernia surgery, and he was under propofol, and he wakes up, and she has the camera on him. And it should win an Academy Award. I don't mind telling you, he becomes very paranoid about the nurse, like the procedural nurse, who basically took him through the entire process, like from like him getting changed into his gown.
Every detail,
all the way through until he wakes up, until he's discharged, and he starts trying to talk, and the nurse says he can't even talk straight, and he goes, "Who's that?" And Rachel goes, that's Mary, that's your nurse. She's been with us the whole time. And he goes, "No."
She's a stranger.
And he starts like, his eyes are like, he's like he doesn't want her to talk in front of the nurse. And it's just like, maybe I can get her to send it to me and we can have a screening of it here. I don't know, but it's worth it. But when Mark went under and came out, I videotaped it. And we showed it on the air. It was some of my finest work, because he starts by telling the nurse how incredibly cruel I am to him, not realizing I'm there. So I'm there.
You're reading highlights.
I'm reading, you know, Vogue or something, and I immediately, as soon as he starts talking about my cruelty, I take out my camera. I was like, this is gonna be good. So I started filming him, and he's like, and I go, "Yeah, I'm very cruel." And he goes,
"Oh, you're here?"
Yeah, and he goes, "She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand the pain I'm in. She's never had surgery before." And I look at the nurse, I go, "I've had 3 C-sections."
I need to see the video.
Listen, anybody who, and again, not to make fun of surgical procedures, but if they are...
But just for a minute.
...minor surgical procedures, it's okay to whip out that camera and videotape your spouse waking up. I guarantee you, it is worth it. You'll look back in the hard times. You'll look back in the hard times and be like, this man, this video, this is why I married him. This is why.
You know,
It is.
I will always cherish your life lessons. Kelly's life lessons for me are like gold mines, and forever I'll cherish all of these. Thank you for living through these to present them.
If I had known you were going to do that, I would have cut my vacation short and come over.
With the crew to come cover it.
We would have been there. Because you're so put together. You're a put together fellow. You're fastidious. You're really smart. You're on top of your game. You're running an empire. You've got 17 jobs. Like, you're a together guy. So to see you wonky and vulnerable is really like the final piece missing from the jigsaw
puzzle. There it is. Wonky and wonky. I will aim to please more often. Don't worry, with age I'll hurt myself often. Yeah. This will be
I mean, I feel like we should go, we should go ice skating later on today. We got a big show today from Mozart in the Jungle. Gael García Bernal is here.
Danai Gurira is here as well.
Very exciting. From the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, Malcolm Jenkins is here. Very exciting.
Shall we? Time for Snow Way Travel Trivia. Here we go. Is it Cassie des Hotels?
Des Hotels.
Des Hotels.
Yes.
From Lafayette, Louisiana.
That's right.
That's a great... Des Hotels. I want to be Kelly Des Hotels.
Well, thanks for dancing with us. We're going to call Whitney from Bushnell, Florida, live. Thank you. To see if she's watching right now to win a prize. By the way,
This is the one where you open your mouth and the pizza falls in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it just looks like we're opening our mouths.
Good morning, Tanner Concrete. This is Whitney.
Oh, hey, Whitney, we're just calling to check on our order on the air live right now. It's Ryan Seacrest and Kelly Ripa.
Hey.
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 Good morning.
Good morning.
So where are you right now?
I'm at work. I work at a concrete company in Wesley Chapel, Florida.
Cool.
Perfect.
So what's big in concrete these days?
We pump concrete into houses for hurricane proof. So yeah, we're all in motion right now. So it's kind of crazy. Everyone here is freaking out.
Do you want us to hold on?
No, don't hold on.
You know, it's so funny that you just mentioned that. I was in the Bahamas with my dad, and my dad, who is like just one of these thoughtful people, he was showing me all of the concrete proofing on the foundations everywhere we went. He's like, look at the concrete. That's solid concrete.
So you're an expert now.
Not really. I sort of checked out. Yeah, I checked out. But
all right,
anyway,
well, we'll spin the wheel and see what you're playing for. This is good.
This is the Windjammer Landing Villa Beach Resort in St. Lucia.
Oh, my God.
7 days and 6 nights in an ocean view room. It's all-inclusive, which means it includes Ryan.
Yes, I'm coming. I will be there.
This trip is provided in part by Priceline. It's a prize fight. It's $7,700. You have 20 seconds and only one guest. Good luck.
Okay.
Here we go. On Friday's show, we talked with Julie Chen. Who did Julie say she met when they were both interns?
Both interns.
Yeah.
Talked about it.
10 seconds.
Oh. I'm looking.
Did you find?
Too late.
No.
All right. It's Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen's the right answer. I wish we could give clues. I wanted to so
I know,
badly.
I wanted to too, but I didn't even know how to give a clue.
He was stuck on a plane. Wasn't going to make it back for his show. I was watching live feeding. Oh, that's okay.
Listen, you're still going to get a great prize. You and a lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a $500 gift card from World Market. So please pick a number between 1 and 235.
I'm going to pick 16.
16.
16. Well, Whitney, thank you for watching us. Have a great day at work. You take care, okay? Gael García Bernal coming up next.
Still ahead on Live, we'll talk with Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles star Malcolm Jenkins from Bernal Danai Gurira. Coming up next from Mozart in the Jungle, Gael García Bernal.
Welcome back on tomorrow's show. Holly Hunter is going to be here.
Anna Chlumsky is here.
But all of my favorite actresses are coming.
And I love this performer, too.
Yeah, and a performance by Philip Phillips.
Phillips.
Yes. He's a talented actor, director. He stars in the Amazon Prime series Mozart in the Jungle. Please welcome Golden Globe winner Gael García Bernal.
It's a long walk. Very good. How are you, man? Good to see you as well.
Gael, you smell like chocolate. You smell really good.
Thank you.
What are you wearing?
Oh, this is the way I smell every day. There's nothing special about it.
You didn't just eat a piece of chocolate when you came out?
How do you know?
I know.
I don't know.
You
Like,
smell really good.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
You're from Guadalajara.
I'm from Guadalajara, Mexico.
Is that where?
Yes.
I didn't realize so many people from Guadalajara.
Exactly.
So did you always want to be an actor growing up as a kid? What did you want to be?
Many things, but especially a doctor. I wanted to be like a rural pediatrician. I have a difficulty saying rural pediatrician in English.
we do too.
Yeah, that's a hard combination.
Rural. Yeah, but I wanted to be a pediatrician. I wanted to be a philosopher, sociologist, anthropologist. I don't know. I wanted to do many things. I ended up being an actor.
You can play all of those things.
Now I can, exactly. Yeah. Now I can play.
What changed your mind?
Well, there was a student strike when I was in university.
I didn't know we could do that.
I mean, who even knew that was a possibility?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was in the UNAM, in the National Autonomous University in Mexico, studying philosophy, and there was a student strike. And then at that moment, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a sabbatical. I'm going to travel around. I went to Europe. I had never been there before, so it was my first time to arrive there. And then there was this drama schools in London, and then I thought, well, maybe, I don't know, with this English that I speak, maybe there is something I can do here.
No kidding.
And yeah, so I started to study theater there, and
Did you have to run this by your parents at all? Did you have to say, I'm on strike,
And taking a sabbatical.
I'm going to Europe, I'll see you later?
I had to, yes, but it was back in the day where there was no internet, so you could get away with many things.
Yeah, right.
And now you've two kids who can't get away with much.
Exactly.
Right?
No, they can't.
How old are your kids?
They're 9 and 6. Yeah, my son just turned 9. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's
good
incredible.
ages.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
No, because now we can do anything. Now they could be here, you know, like they could be here and they could hang out with everybody. Like it's just.
Yeah. And you were in Coco, right? The very popular animated Coco. So they must have.
That's cool. The Oscar-nominated Coco.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. I mean, you know, that film has just been such a delight to do. It's following the process that Pixar also, the way that they make the films, it's incredible. They take a long time. They study the whole, I don't know, just they investigate, they try out things. It was like a 3-year period that we were doing these recordings on and off.
Yeah.
And the film turned out incredible. I loved it. I love it. And I mean, Mexico was a big, huge hit. In China, it was a huge hit.
Yeah, it's great.
It's just, I don't know, it's going all over the world, and I'm really happy with that movie.
Yeah.
Lots of great stuff happening for Gael. We'll take a break, come back. We'll talk about the new season of Mozart in the Jungle.
You know, the thing is that on the first take that we did that, the cameras were always, as it usually happens, they're pointing at you, no?
Yeah.
So it usually happens that whenever they're pointing at you, and I just threw the ball from all the way from, like, back in the court, and it went in like, wow!
And you can't believe it.
And we were all like, oh! Like,
Did you get that? Did you get it?
yeah, exactly. Should we continue? No. Oh my God, this was incredible. And of course not. No,
No, they didn't
get it.
So we don't know if it really happened.
But
Exactly.
do they at least keep the take of your reaction? Like, at least they have you going,
They have it, but I was like, I don't know, something happened to me that I just, you know, I saw pictures, colors in my eyes. Like, it's incredible. Yeah.
It's such a clever concept, this show, behind the scenes of the New York Symphony.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, it's been 4 years now that we've been doing it. And it's just, I mean, it's given us another chance to live another life that we all maybe wished we had. I mean, now doing this, I mean, I wasn't going to put too much on my plate in terms of, like, I cannot do everything, you know, but now I think being a musician is something that I always, I don't know, I've been enjoying it so much, at least playing that I think I'm a musician, you know.
Are you taking any sort of music lessons now?
Yeah, I did a harmony course.
You did?
Yeah, just to, you know,
Well, let's hear the two of you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got the... Fortunately for you.
exactly.
We're ready. She's waiting for a big break.
Yeah, I am. It's coming. Fingers crossed.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The new season of Mozart in the Jungle starts streaming February 16th on Amazon Prime. Make sure you check out Gael García Bernal.
Coming up next, Danai Gurira, right after the break.
lunch. I swear, every time you come out here, I'm like, tell me everything. Tell me all of it. You look amazing.
Thank you.
I love how long does the design take?
You know, it depends on the amazing Vernon Scott who does my hair. It depends on what mode he's in. He's got his, you know, his headphones on and he's going at it.
Oh, no kidding.
He takes his time at it. You just
Does he do it
thing.
spontaneously, or is there some sort of...
It depends. Sometimes he does it spontaneously. This time I actually wanted a little bit of design to it connected to the film. Yep. So this is actually the Wakandan alphabet in the back. So he like took some letters down and did his thing. I can't even see what's going on back there.
It looks great.
Amazing. I mean, that's real, because I don't know if you've ever like tried to do, I once did something with my eyebrow where I did like a small razor.
How'd that go
and
for you?
I shaved off half my eyebrow.
Yeah, that would be me too. I'm not very good. I'm not handy with the hands.
Yeah, no, that's a real skill.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Sure.
You've got a birthday coming up this week, real soon.
I do.
Is it
2 days.
Valentine's Day?
It is Valentine's Day. What can you do? I always have something to celebrate.
That's true. I mean, that's a great birthday.
It is. You know, I never quite understood the Valentine's Day thing, so, you know, I said, oh, well, it's my birthday, so I get it for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But The Walking Dead is in its 8th season now, right? Congratulations. You know, it's a show not afraid to kill off major characters.
I would say,
most shows are.
You would feel like so confident, like I've had a show on the air for 8
I'll be
seasons,
good.
but you guys must every time you get a script be like, is this the one? Is this my last show?
Yeah, no, I mean they're kind. They definitely don't let you find out that way.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And you shoot it in Georgia, right?
We do.
In the Georgia heat.
Georgia really well now. I love it. We shoot in so many different locations. You know, it really is a character of the show.
Yeah.
You know, it's so very, you know, specific. It works perfectly for the world. Hot.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I think about. Yeah, because you guys shoot in the summer, in the humidity, and everybody is wearing layers of leather.
I tend to get off easier.
How much weight on average would you say, like, Jeffrey Dean Morgan loses, like, every show?
We don't want Jeffrey Dean Morgan to lose any weight. He's such a trim guy. No, but it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's something to really acclimate yourself to, but it really became a character in the show. Like, the heat is like a character in the show. Yeah, right. Because, like, that, it really works. It always looks like we're under duress, and we are.
Yeah, right.
So,
and do you sometimes have to stop for that afternoon thunderstorm that rolls in about 3:30, 4 o'clock?
Sometimes, but they always find a way. I mean, seriously, our AD department is brilliant. They'll find a way to shoot around that. They'll work with it.
Make it part of the script.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we'll take a break, come back with Danai. Takes us inside the world of Black Panther. It's going to be a monster hit right after this.
You have to teach us to say that for Gelman after. That's a Gelman later.
No problem. Just a couple minutes.
Thank you so much.
So tell us about the movie and your role in it.
Yeah, Black Panther is basically, we met Black Panther, T'Challa, in the Captain America Civil War, where he loses his father. So he's now in transition to becoming a king. So this is kind of the origin story of his nation, which is Wakanda, which is this nation that has been hiding itself for centuries as a place that's very underdeveloped. Meanwhile, it's actually the most technologically advanced country in the world. And so we are basically in the origin story of Wakanda and seeing him transitioned into king and all the things that come with that.
And you play another, like you're the head of an all-female special forces group, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you always play such BA characters. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You know, I don't even know how it came to be that way.
It's amazing.
But yeah, she's really cool. I mean, she's the head of his armed forces as well. And as you can see, she's always by his side. And she's really fun. She's really like interesting and edgy. And yeah, she's a little BA as well.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, she likes to have fun on people, especially people who don't understand her language.
Right.
Does she have BA fight scenes? A lot of those?
Yes, yeah, she does.
Do you like those?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, there was a little bit of pressure. It was like, she's second to Black Panther, the best fighter in the kingdom. I'm like, okay, let's get on with that training.
It is very funny, though. It's so funny that people must see you, and they must assume that you have, like, sword skills and knife skills and, like, all of these skills.
You know, I'm just trying to cross the street.
Yeah.
You know? That's all I'm trying to do.
It looks like a great cast as well.
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, we had, Michael B. Jordan, of course, Chadwick Boseman, Lupita, Angela Bassett, Forker. I mean, you can go on and on. Daniel Kaluuya. I mean, it's amazing. And we had so much fun together. We'd goof off on each other all the time. We're just family. It was amazing. Really, really.
I really can't wait to see.
It's exciting.
Black Panther opens in theaters and IMAX. February 16th. Make sure to check it out.
Thanks for coming. Up next, Super Bowl champ Malcolm Jenkins, right after the break.
Tomorrow on Live, Anna Klumsky.
He's the captain of the team, leader of the defense, two-time Pro Bowler, and now two-time Super Bowl champion. Please welcome to Live, Philadelphia Eagle, Malcolm Jenkins.
This is your second Super Bowl win.
Yeah, the confetti was nice.
Yeah. we busted out our St. Patty's Day confetti early.
Okay, there you
go. Congrats. You won when you were with the Saints as well.
Yes,
right?
yes. I was a rookie.
You were a rookie.
I was my first year in the league, yep.
Wow.
And now team captain. Yeah. So do you, before, for example, the Super Bowl, before the game starts, do you have a speech? Do you say something to the gang?
Yeah, so every game I kind of break the team down right before we go out. And so this last one, I basically told them, look, if we want to be Super Bowl champions, we're 60 minutes away from having, world championship, the first ones in Philadelphia. We get the banner on the stadium, everything. All you got to do is be yourself. Being ourselves got us there. We had everything that we needed. We always break it down on we all we got, we all we need. And we pulled it through.
I mean, it really is incredible. Because I grew up in South Jersey, so the Philadelphia Eagles, that's our team. I don't think you really understand what you did for the people. I don't really, you really have to be from that area to understand the suffering of the Eagles fans.
Well, I'm from Northern Jersey, but so I understand a little bit.
The suffering has been extreme and extensive.
Well, it's similar to New Orleans. When I won there, that was their first Super Bowl appearance ever, and they used to wear paper bags on their heads and call themselves the Aints.
Right.
And it's a similar, fan base.
Do you think it's you? Could it be you?
It might be. It might be.
You broke the news.
The common denominator there.
Wait, there was a moment in the Super Bowl, if you remember this, where Brady dropped the ball, and then you went up and gave him a little love pat.
A little harder than that.
A little love pat. What were you taunting him? What did you say? There it was.
Yeah.
What did you say? What were you doing? I love that.
So I knew, first off, I thought he was going to catch it. So when he dropped it, I was like, thank God. But, he went to Michigan, I went to Ohio State, so I had to give him I had to taunt him a little bit. So I'm like, hey, come on, Tom, you got to catch it.
I
hit him hard.
No kidding.
Sorry, though, but just messing with him. He didn't even flinch.
Yeah, he didn't even turn around.
Yeah, he didn't.
Now, is that because he's in his own head, or what? What's going on? How in your own head are you? Because you seem to be, in everybody's head.
I tried to. As a defender, you look for small ways to get an advantage, and so sometimes you trash talk, sometimes you mess with people.
What do you say?
Well, give us some trash.
It obviously didn't work for Tom.
Give me a little
Give us some trash
Tell
talk.
me something.
So for me, if somebody tries to block me and then I make a tackle, I'll turn around and let them know, there's no way you can block me.
Is that what you say? There's no way you can block?
Yeah, I'm
Thank you for coming,
guy.
sir.
Yeah, I talk to him.
Very polite.
Just tell your coach to put somebody else out here because you can't do it. Or if a play doesn't work, I'm like, I'll talk to their sideline or their coaches throw that play out because it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Who is notorious for being the worst smack talker in the NFL?
Good question.
For a long while, at least since I been in the league, my favorite trash talker is probably Steve Smith. He's receiver out of Carolina, was with the Ravens for a while.
What does he say?
You can't say any of the things that he says. But now he's retired, and I'm not sure who it was Richard Sherman for a little bit. Now I think Jalen Ramsey is one of the new guys. But We got some talented trash
I
talkers.
like your technique, though. Your technique is just like...
It's cordial.
Go home.
Yeah, I'm annoying. Like, I try to get it. I'm an annoying type of guy.
But it's been an incredible year. We were talking before the show. You just welcomed a new daughter.
Yeah.
And so you've got two.
I've had, 2 girls. So 2 Pro Bowls, 2 Super Bowls.
2 is your number.
Yeah, 2 for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was born 5 days before the NFC Championship game, so...
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, she went to the game, too.
That's, I mean, listen, why not?
Your other is 4?
4, yeah,
and
just turned 4 in December.
Did she understand what the Super Bowl was all about?
So she loves going to games. Her first game was when she was 2 weeks, I think, when we were in New Orleans. But all off-season, she was like, every time we drive by the stadium, she's like, are we going to the game? Are we going to the game? It's like, no, the season doesn't start for a couple months, babe. But once we got to the playoffs and we started talking about the Super Bowl, she kept saying the supermarket.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting.
We're going supermarket, yeah. But by the time we won it all and figured it out, she knows that. She'll tell you now, like, Daddy just won a Super Bowl in Minnesota. She'll say Minnesota, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's major.
Yeah.
Dude, all this talk is kind of getting me excited to play some ball.
Yeah.
I feel like we should...
Me too.
Shouldn't we go outside in the cold and toss around the pigskin? Are you up for it?
I'm up for it.
Yeah?
You up for it?
I'm an amazing footballer.
Yes, so come, we'll show you.
We go now?
We'll show you our lack of skill.
Right. Let's go. I'm going to put a coat on.
Remember, I have a bad C5-6.
Hey, thanks. I'm going to put a coat on.
I'm
too cold.
okay.
We got the ball.
So, okay, there's the ball.
Okay. Oh, look, he just has the ball.
He has the ball ready.
So I'm throwing to you.
So I should run. What do you want me to run? So who's covering me then? So she can't run in the heels.
I can run.
So
I can.
You want to pass?
I'll pass.
Okay.
What do you want me to? Okay. Am I throwing? What are you doing?
You're going to throw it to me.
I'm going to throw it to you.
And I'm going to cover you.
And I'm always open. Don't worry.
He's always open. I'm going to cover him. All right. Well, we need some traffic.
That's a great.
It's taking me back to when I was a kid.
Okay,
Just go in the street.
Okay.
Are we on?
Oh, we're on.
Oh, we're on the air.
This is all happening. Okay.
Okay.
You're on this side.
I'm playing defense. Okay.
No. You're on defense over there. We're going to go out this way.
Okay.
I'm going out this way.
Yeah.
All right. Ready?
So,
3. Hut. Turn around.
Oh, God. You're doing too quick. I got to
One more time.
Now I tackle him?
No. You throw it to me again. Ready?
Okay. Tell me when.
Set, go.
Go.
All right, throw it. Just throw it.
He's taller than we are.
And then you got to hit your
And then what do you got to do? There it is.
That ball didn't do it well.
Super Bowl champ Malcolm Jenkins, everybody.
That's it.
Nice one.
We are done, and we're going to not quit our day jobs. We'll be right back, everybody. Oh, watch your arm.
It's okay.
If you'd like to know more about anything you see on live, log on to our website at kellyandryan.com.
Remember the Fumerton family that won the big bridge sweep?
Yes, that in the Bahamas.
They played sink or swim, and they celebrated. It was like $24,000 a night. It's listed as. They had that for free.
And Gelman paid for the whole thing?
I think the family's still there. I mean, they're enjoying it so much. So congrats to them.
That looks great. Hey, listen to this. Oh, no, we're going. We're leaving.
Bye.
Tomorrow's show, Holly.